Alright people, Catfish Dave here. Now in Demon Dragons Part 2, I told y'all I had a surprise for you. And well, basically, it's kind of a long story, but I made that video. And I thought it was interesting how you could take the old technology of using a float, you know, which is basically the Sandy Cooper rig. And then guys later on, they started adding rattles, you know. And then one day there's some guy kept hearing about floats, rattles. He's sitting there in his boat, you know. And he's like, oh, I ain't got no floats and rattles to tie on this rig, but he had all kind of these bass lures, basically, big plugs and stuff, that not only floated, but they had a rattle. He said, why don't I just tie one of these on here? He says it'll float the bait. It's got a rattle in it just to see what it's about. Well, he was catching fish on it. He got to thinking, you know, I'm the only guy doing this. I can market this and say, look, I'm catching fish on this, make some money. So I thought, well, you know, this is America, that's cool and all that. So I got to thinking, you know, how can I make money? And basically, that right there is what he's making money off of. It floats, it has a rattle. So I'm out there fishing. You know, we had a lot of high water, a lot of floods. I'm out there looking at the riverbank, and I see something floating down the waterway, you know. I got to looking out there, a bunch of household trash and stuff. I seen a doll floating out in the water. I said, well, you know, some kid playing in the yard with their doll. Rain came, washed it in the creek, washed it in the river. And well, that afternoon I left. I went to a buddy's house. He invited me over for barbecue, and well, I'm full, you know. I gotta take a dump, man. I'm like, hey dude, let me use your bathroom. He's like, okay, it's right in there. Well, he's got little kids, he's got young girls. So I go in there, I'm sitting on the commode, you know, just doing my business. And I look over and there's a bathtub, it's half full of water. I look down there and there's like 4 or 5 dolls just floating in this bathtub. I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's kids, you know. And when you're on the commode like that, that's when a man really thinks. That's when his brain goes into gear. The whole demon dragon thing, everything was clicking in my head, and it popped. That's it. That's it. That's how I do it. And you're saying, what? The doll. You're saying, what? And I'm like, yes, this right here. This is plastic. This is plastic. And you're like, but Catfish Dave, a Barbie doll doesn't have a rattle. That's where you underestimate Catfish Dave. She does have a rattle. Well, where did you put a rattle in a Barbie doll? Well, that's the surprise. That's what makes this a Catfish Dave exclusive. I got one of them, I guess they're called worm rattles or something. And they basically, they kind of look like a suppository. And so, right there, in her butt. So what we have, it's put away, you know, and pull her skirt back down. Catfish never notices it's there. It looks perfectly natural. It looks like a doll that the rain has washed down the river. That's what it looks like, you know. So I'm like, this will work, you know. It floats, has a rattle. So I am going to tie this onto a rig. I'm going to chunk it in the river, and all I got to do is show that I'm catching fish on this. This is the Catfish Dave Barbie with the rattle in her butt, is what it is. So, and I'm going to market this, I'm going to patent it. Now all we got to do is get a fish on it. So, now I'm not real experienced on how I'm going to rig her quite yet. To start off with, I just got one loop around her feet, one loop around her neck, skipjack about a foot down, 5-ounce sinker. Now I'm hoping this sinker will keep her under the water. I guess I could always try it first. Make sure it holds her down. She floats. Okay, she floats, but the 5-ounce sinker does pull her under the water, so this is perfect. I got that other demon dragon through out here. I got my homemade demon dragon through out there. And I got the Catfish Dave signature Barbie with the rattle in her butt on this pole. Woo! Let's get her done. Woo! Catfish Dave signature Barbie. There it is, folks. First fish on a Barbie doll. Now that's innovation right there. That's original. We get this fish back in the water. All right, people, for just $19.95, I will order these from China. Now, hey, wait, everything comes from China. Everything you buy in catfishing comes from China. I don't care if it says American company. Uh-oh, hang on. Done got another one on. Pretty good fish right there. But anyway, for $19.95, I'll order it from China. I'll put the Bass Pro Shops XPS rattle inside her butt, and I will mail it to your house. And for the first 100 customers, I will actually put my signature. Pretty good fish there. I will put my signature on your Catfish Dave Barbie with the rattle in her butt. Let me land this fish, it's a good one. There's another one right there, people. Order your Catfish Dave signature Barbie with the rattle in her butt, and you won't be disappointed. Woo! Right there, people. That's what does it. Woo!